What's everybody? It's C. We're back here with another video. Quality's kind of bad right now. I don't know why. It's probably because the sun's shining in my light bulb. But anyways, I'm about to head to North Carolina Auto Racing Hall of Fame. It's currently 9 a.m. I'm about to head over there. I'm going to get the chance to meet NASCAR champion Rex White. I'm also going to be able to get to meet Dink Widenhouse and Tim Lemming. Little did I know I got to meet more people. But before we begin, please don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button on the road to 300 subscribers and the main goal of 1K by the end of the year. Let's get started. I actually ran out of room to park, so I had to park across the road, but let's head that way. Dink's daughter was there, so Dink's daughter was, taking a lot of pictures. He couldn't really hear real well, but, I got to meet him, and he was really nice. Another thing I kind of want to add about Dink, I talked to his daughter a little bit more about his career, and back in the day, when Dink first started racing, he was around 18 years old, and when he was winning all these races, they actually wanted to allow him the championship. They wanted to give him the championship. And I was like, why would they not let him win championship? He won all these races. He had the most points. The interesting part is they wouldn't let him because he wasn't 21 years old. And I never knew about that. I didn't know that was such a rule in that division, in the sportsman division, all that. And they're like, no, he's not eligible for a championship. He's not 21. So I thought that was kind of odd and very interesting story. Dink won a couple races at Concord Speedway, which, is now Charlotte Motor Speedway. And I got to see a couple of his trophies. Here I am at the entrance in the main lobby before I head into the actual museum part. Whew, what a beauty this car is. Man, this car is hot. Here's the car that Rex White won the championship with in 1960, and beside that is Louise Smith's legendary car. They had cars from almost every year, it seemed like. It was amazing. They had Tony Stewart car, they had Louise Smith, first female NASCAR driver. They had drag cars, they had all sorts of cars, and it was an amazing experience, 100%. I'd definitely go back. It's crazy, too. I also got to meet Tim Flock's daughter and his granddaughter, if I'm correct. If I may be wrong, but, I'll put it up on the screen and I'll show a video. I kind of took some videos of when people went up and spoke.
And I don't know how many people might be aware of the Flocks, but there were 3 brothers and a daughter who raced, all 4 Flocks. Wow. And they all did very well. So we're happy to have
she's also a boxer. Yeah, I asked Dad to teach me how to drive a race car so I could get into it, and he told me no.
Oh.
So then I got into boxing.
Nice. Oh my God! Okay.
And then I became a professional fighter.
Let's be real nice and polite to this young lady. I'm not going to take.
I got another question too, right there. What about Rio? Tell about her what she did.
Oh, Rio, the wing walker.
Yeah.
I forgot about that. There's so much history we have here. I'm going to have to buy a few more books.
And I'm just as crazy as all of them. Yeah.
Wonderful.
She plays
Boy, oh boy.
And now she's competing for an international title.
Wow, that's wonderful. You put yourself out there for something that you love. Just like everybody here loves racing, that's why we're all here. That's wonderful. Thank you so much.
She basically told me a little bit more about the Jocko Flacco story. Those that don't know about that. Basically, at one point, I don't remember which year, I'm going to have to put that on the screen as well. Because I'm just talking off memory, but basically, one year, Tim Flock drove with a monkey in his car for a couple races named Jocko Flacco. And basically, there was a trapdoor or something near the bottom of the car on the passenger side where Jocko Flacco was. And I don't remember every single detail, but basically, one of the races it came up, a rock hit the monkey in the passenger seat. The monkey went berserk and went after Tim and was basically clawing on Tim and, just going wild. and Tim had to pull off the track, and because of that, he lost the race. Jocko, unfortunately, he actually died. A lot of people don't know about that, but basically the monkey ended up passing away from shock or something, is what she told me. I did not know about that at all. So that's something the history books don't tell you. A little bit of a section dedicated to the Dodge Daytonas and Plymouth Supers, which I mentioned before. My favorite era of NASCAR was the Era Wars era. So I went through the museum a lot with Tim Lemming, and for those that don't know, Tim Lemming and I are good friends. We met on Facebook through a NASCAR group, and he has his podcast, which I've had on my podcast. I've been on his podcast. He's a really great guy, and he's been involved in NASCAR media for a long time, and his brother is there as well, so it was great to get to meet them. And we talked a lot. Tim would go up and introduce people to me. He introduced me to Matthew. For those that don't know Matthew Dillner, he is the producer of Dale Jr.'s Dirty Mo Media. So basically he's the producer of the Dirty Mo Media, the Dale Jr. download. And he also runs Lost Speedways, which is an awesome show on the platform Peacock. So I'm looking forward to the next season that's going to be coming out. Introduced me to a couple other people that I didn't know, but, I had great conversations with. So basically, a lot of people came in, and eventually some people came up and spoke, and then people were allowed to talk to the drivers and get their autographs.
Something my daddy would say about well, that he's calling you a smooth operator as a race car driver. He's saying that you would drive with your head instead of your foot. A lot of these young drivers in your age, when you were driving, they would look just right in front of them. And he said you would look around the track to see what was going on. So he said that you were a smooth operator. You were a good driver.
I appreciate that. His car, the last time I raced a car at Greenville Pickens, the driver was Doug Cox.
Doug Cox, okay. Yeah,
Wow.
He loved to go to Greenville Pickens. Yeah, we would leave and go up there and get home about 4 o'clock on Sunday morning. Yeah.
Oh my God. And this is, we don't have any to give out. The preacher always ran the number 50, and I met him 51 years ago, Columbia Speedway. And I remember the man would not have his cars at a racetrack on Sunday. During the week, Saturday, but no Sundays, and they called him preacher. And I don't even know if he was a preacher.
No, he was not.
But he was God-fearing man, and he had some great race cars and great drivers. Thank you.
Thank you.
Here's what I want. I want you to see this car. Right there was the racing car.
Oh, sweet.
Oh.
Out of respect.
Also, when I went there today, I brought my complete history book, which is ginormous. I got Tim Lemming to sign that. Go through here. I got Rex to sign the year he won the championship. I got him to sign that portion. Find that real quick. Right there. Rex White won that championship that year. He had 28 wins in his career, 233 starts, 110 top 5s, 163 top 10s, and 36 poles. Me and him actually had a pretty lengthy conversation about how different the racing is nowadays compared to back then. And he told me a pretty interesting story, actually, about a race he was in. I forgot what year. I think he said it was 1957. They were at a track in Elkhart Lake, I think, Michigan or something. I'd have to look it up. But whatever it is, I'll put it up on the screen. He talked about how that race was pretty crazy, and it was like raining, and they couldn't see out of the windows. There's no spotters, and he said it was probably one of the most dangerous, races he had ever been in. And he told me a little bit about his experience with Daytona. He said he liked Daytona, and he talked to me a little bit about the dangers, of course, of Daytona. As you can see right here, this is the Lee Petty and Johnny Beauchamp wreck from 1961. So, as I was going along, I saw Bobby Allison there, and, the drivers were talking to the people and visitors that were coming in. It was really awesome, and right here I got him Bobby Allison to sign his first Daytona 500 win race. So me and Bobby actually talked a good bit about the 22 wing car he drove back in 1969-70. We talked about his 1988 Daytona 500 win. I kind of talked to him about where I'm going right now with my career, what I'm doing with Dirt Vision and social media and all that. He thought that was really cool. I got to meet Jerry Cook. Basically, he was the 2016 NASCAR Hall of Fame inductee, and he was a really nice guy. We talked a little bit about what he did with modifieds, how he got his career started. We talked a little bit about him being a director of the Busch East Series, which he was for a little bit. He was also Grand National Series director. He worked a little bit with Bill France. He actually won multiple track championships in New York because that's where he's from. He won a lot of races up in New York. That's how he got started racing. He started Bill's first race car when he was 13, and we started driving he was 19. Right here is the autograph I got from Jerry Cook and from Dink. I wasn't able to add this in earlier, but I also got to meet Bill Blair's son, also named Bill Blair, and afterwards, I went to the gift shop, which was absolutely incredible. They had so much classic memorabilia and stuff for you could collect. They had all sorts of gear and stuff as well. So I had to give myself a couple things, you know what I'm saying? It was amazing, man. Like, I did not expect to meet all these people. I really didn't. I got to have a lot of great conversations with people involved with NASCAR. One person I forgot to mention earlier that I got to meet was the engine builder for Hendrick Motorsports. So that was really cool. Overall, it was an amazing experience. I'm very thankful and very blessed to have been able to go. All the stuff that I showed you, I'm not trying to brag. I'm not trying to say, oh, I got to do this and y'all didn't. No, it's not like that. I just kind of wanted to share my experience and share, this great opportunity that I got to have and the opportunity I got to meet these NASCAR legends and people in the NASCAR industry. So I'm really thankful, really blessed I was able to go to that. And if you haven't went to that museum, I definitely encourage you to go. It was a great experience for sure. I have to go back to there again. I'm probably going to be going to an event in September that I heard they're going to be having with a lot of legends and more cars. So I'll be trying to go to that in September. I hope y'all enjoyed this video, and if you haven't yet, please hit that like and subscribe button and turn on those notifications so you can know each and every time. Until next time, I'm out.